Yo, listen up, Rue is stepping up the game, where fantasy Premier League runs in his veins. From transfers to captains, he's always on top, guiding you through every game week non-stop. They say Rue got that Salah flow. Welcome to the channel, enjoy the show. Wild cards, free hits with so much vibe. If you're hunting for success, then make sure you subscribe.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm FPL Rue, and today I'm joined by FPL Matt Day. How's it going, Matt?
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. Yeah, buzzing to be back on the channon, and yeah, I just love the introduction. It's so good. Yeah. The song, the FPL Rue song, it's so good.
I was just thinking that, I always forget about it because I've just got it in my, when I do videos, I just have it in their template, so I never actually hear it really. So yeah, whenever I hear it on the live stream, I always forget. I can't decide if it's embarrassing or good.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, if you're watching, let me know in the comments what you think, if it's embarrassing or it's good. Yeah, so today we're basically going to have a chat about game week 29, if it's not too traumatic. I know a few people out there had some bad scores. I had a pretty bad score, to be honest. Some people that played their free hit, some people didn't, some people took hits. So have a little chat about that, and then mainly we'll just look forward to a few of the fixtures coming up, the predicted fixtures. We'll look at maybe a few chip strategies, a few plans that we might be going through, me and you, Matt, and then yeah, see how it goes. Really, it's going to be a pretty chilled one. I'm just kind of planning for kind of game week 30 to game week 38. Now that we've got a bit of a better idea about certain fixtures, about FA Cup, because we have had a few, I guess, cup upsets. Obviously, Man United beating Liverpool, which was a big one, and kind of I wasn't expecting at all, to be honest. Did you end up catching the highlights for that, Matt?
Yeah, I did, and yeah, obviously it looked like Liverpool were going to hang on, and then Anthony got that goal late on, and then yeah, United winning it. Well, then it looked like Liverpool were going to win the game again when Elliott scored, and then yeah, back-to-back goals from United at the end. So yeah, incredible ending, and yeah, it's definitely put a bit of a twist on it for FPL as well.
Yeah, definitely. And even Coventry going through, which yeah, obviously I didn't see that. They're doing so well in the FA Cup, to be honest. I'm not sure how they're doing in the league, but in the FA Cup, obviously they're at Wembley. It's going to be a massive day. I've got a close friend that's a Coventry fan, so I'm happy for him. Hopefully he can go and enjoy that day out. But yeah, that was a massive result for FPL as well because of the double game weeks, etc. But yeah, big weekend of FA Cup. Obviously, a few Premier League results that we might not want to talk about. Our team getting absolutely smashed by Fulham. Fulham, to be honest, did the job over Man United a few weeks ago, and they looked very good. And it was kind of the same in that game as well. I don't know whether you put that down to us being bad or Fulham being good. What do you reckon?
Yeah, they're a good side. I think Marco Silva's work definitely goes under the radar. And I don't think he gets enough credit that he deserves, which is probably a good thing in a way for Fulham, because then it means kind of other teams might keep their hands off him as coach. But yeah, but at the same time, like, yeah, we were poor. Like, it weren't at the races. I had a couple of opportunities, but kind of felt more like those like Mourinho, Nuno and Conte days where like we would win a few games and then out of nowhere we'd just lose, 3-0 like we did, and kind of fall flat. But expected, it's still been a good season, and but it definitely ruined the game week for a lot of managers that had planned with triple Spurs players or double Spurs players. It literally ruined the FPL game week for so many managers.
Yeah, no, it's the same as well. I weren't even playing my free hit, and yeah, I ended up having obviously 3 Spurs players, and it affected me badly. But hopefully they can do the business in game week 30, because obviously I'm going to have them for that as well. The other games, Burnley v Brentford, you could probably say that was a bit of a shock as well. Obviously, with the red card, Reguilon getting sent off. Did you have him in your team? We'll go.
Nah, I didn't. And like, I was on a stream before, and I was chatting about not wanting to put Reguilon in because even though like Twitter, there was a thing on Twitter saying that he was fit to play and I was still just put off having him in my team because I knew about his injury record, and I was just like, nah, I don't want to put him in case he gets injured. And I ended up putting Roosevelt in instead, who only got 1 point, but yeah, it was better than having Reguilon in there, who obviously got the -3. So yeah, I managed to talk myself out of that Reguilon move anyway. So I'm happy with that. But that's just another FPL disaster. So yeah, that was unlucky for those managers that had him.
But yeah, it's unlucky for owners, to be honest. A lot of people
That's really
that
unlucky.
even got him, yeah, people that got him early though got a couple assists at least. But people that bought him in just for 29, like on a free hit, or yeah, it's a rough one.
It's worse if you got him in on a non-free hit, because now you got to find a way to transfer him out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, no, I feel like I've dodged the bullet with that one. And then the other games, 1-1. Loads of us had West Ham and Villa options, didn't really do much. And then yeah, I had Carlton Morris. I bought him in for Haaland a few weeks ago, and he's done nothing basically. So bit of a disappointing week,
Shocking.
but we'll get up your team now, Matt, and we'll just go. I don't know if there's even much to go through really, but it's been a shocking week. But you've probably had a week that's probably a bit better than most, I'd say. Would you say that?
I'd say so. Look, I think I hadn't activated, like this is a free hit team. So I ended up using my free hit in the end, but I didn't decide on my free hit until it was, I think, 45 minutes before deadline. So I was a non-free hit team for the whole week until about 45 minutes till deadline. I was like, I've got to either take a -8 here, and I was like, nah, I need to free hit, because I was already moving. There's a few like of my friends' mini leagues. I just was like, I can't take another red arrow this week. I need a green arrow. And I was like, I can probably get away with free hitting now and then navigating game week 34 without using a chip, and then wild carding a bit later on for 37. So I decided to free hit. And overall, I did get about 13 points more than my original team, which I'm actually pretty happy with, because, it's still a gain. I didn't have to end up with players I don't want, because like if I'd done my transfers, which were Tony, Son and Maddison on a -8, I probably would have still wanted Son and Maddison, but I'm not really that sure if I would have wanted Tony, because he's just lost form and Brentford have lost form. So, but yeah, overall with the free hit, Gibbs White's the only one I can look at and say like he was worth it on the free hit, because 7 points this week feels like a 15-point haul or something.
Yeah, it's good enough.
It's good enough, yeah. And then the rest just terrible. Like I free hitted for Rurselev, Flecken. I probably could have kept Areola and got 1 more point. I free hit for Gibbs White. That was good. Free hit for Maddison. Did nearly score. Free hit for Tony. Terrible. Morris and Watkins were already in my team. So was Udogi. So yeah, it ended up just being like a bit average. But look, because I was backing Spurs so much, I was never going to have the Fulham players, which was obviously, if you had those, you'd have been laughing. You'd have had a huge rank rise. So yeah, look, not a great week, but still happy I played the free hit, because I got a green arrow. Like I moved up from, I think I was about 240, 250k to about 199k. And I really just had to stop the red arrows, because like I've gone from, I think about 60, 70k down to 150 to 250, back up to 170, down to 250, and I had a few red arrows again lately. And I was like, nah, I just need to stop the red arrows and get a green for this week, and then build from there. So kind of happy, but it could have been better.
Yeah, but it's a pretty decent green if you look at the context of the game week as well. Not a lot of people even got a green arrow. Probably a load of dead teams, a load of people that don't really, I guess, look at their team as often as probably we do. So to even get a green arrow, that's fair play. And then your bench, you left a few points there, maybe with Tino. Is that you say his name?
Yeah, Vitina. Yeah, looking at this now, like technically, although I wasn't, obviously I'm free hitted anyway, actually, so I couldn't bench boost. But if this was a normal team and I could bench boost that probably would have been a lot of points for this game week with the players on the bench. But yeah, Areola got more than Flecken. Bailey got more than like Tony and Vitinho. I saw him That was his kind of last minute pick, but I was kind of never going to start him. He was just in there in case Ruslev never got the nod for Brentford. So yeah, that would have been a nice. Again, if I'd started him, that would have been a great little pick, and I would have had probably an even bigger boost. So yeah, look, I'll take the 13-point increase because I honestly look at the free hit now and I think in 34, I'm not going to need a free hit. And in 37, I know we'll talk about this later, but 37, I just feel like there's other ways I can navigate 37, which we'll talk about in the chip strategy.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair enough. I didn't play my free hit, and although it wasn't a good week to play your free hit, if you look at it, it did cost me a few -8s, not even just in game week 29, but in game week 28. So yeah, it's just one of the things. I guess one of the only positives I got from actually not free hitting in this week is obviously I still got my free hit, and I bought in Douglas Luiz early and he ended up getting 15 points that week. Was probably the only positives I could find. But this is my team anyway. So
you did okay. Yeah. 21 points isn't that bad. I guess you did do. Was it a -4 you took or -8?
-8.
-8. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it could have been worse. Like Moreno, I wasn't expecting to start. Yeah, that's about it really. It's so bad. It is bad.
It's the craziest game week I think I've ever seen. I know there was only 4 games, but if you look at your midfield, like no goal or assist from Maddison, Son, and Jarrod Bowen, like it just doesn't seem normal.
No, even them strikers like Morris. I just wanted one goal from a double game week and game week 29, and it just never happened. Even Watkins, like Mr. Reliable, just shocking to be honest. But
Awful.
it's not the end of the world. I think I should say my rank up here. So 258k, bang on. Wow.
That is bang on.
I went strange. I think I went from 230, which is okay. It's quite 28k. It's all right, but it's not the end of the world. I think I've done that before. From 25 to 26, I jumped about 30k. So I think I can still get like top 200k at least. But yeah, mini league for me.
With all your chips and that, you still can get top 50 because if you think about where you are now, 258k, you're probably, I'd say you're about 80 to 90 points off top 10k, which probably puts you about 40 to 50 points off top 50k. So it's still doable. You just need to get the momentum. But looking at that, to drop to 258k isn't that bad considering how bad the game week was.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I guess they say it's not a bad game week. It's not a bad game week to have not a good game. It's a good game week to have a bad game week. Is that what they say? Yeah. I guess, But at the same time, I feel like it's a good game week to have a good game week because 2 goals in your team and you're absolutely flying. So
yeah,
it's a tough one with that. We'll get a few questions in the comments a few comments at least. So Gary's saying 29 on bench, 21 on field, Green Arrow. Wow.
Insane.
Who was your bench?
That many points. He must have had Fulham. Must have been Menez, Robinson, and then one other. And he must have been on a free hit and just put all the players that are playing. Yeah, that's nuts. Wow.
Yeah. Gary as well. Wi-Fi as good as Spurs this week. Yeah, probably a little bit better.
Probably is.
Yeah. GB saying, which strikers are the best to have for game week 30 to 33, 4 game weeks? So we'll go on to fixtures and stuff like that probably next. But I've done a transfer tips video. It's not actually out yet, but it should be out tomorrow or the day after. I can't decide when to pull it out. But I've probably narrowed it down to Isak, Darwin, and to be honest, I can't believe I'm saying this considering at the start of the season, I thought he was a joke. And do you know who I'm going to say, Matt?
That's just funny because you're sending it. Let me give me a quick second to think. Chris
God,
Wood.
have a guess. Chris Wood. No, Chris Wood's my guy.
You like Chris Wood? Yeah, you did pick him
I like
that time.
Chris Wood.
You're a big fan of Chris Wood. Let me have a quick look at the strikers in the game, and I'll just pull up the forwards. Højlund?
No, Nicholas Jackson.
Oh, the cover photo of the stream.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think the fixtures, Chelsea have got more fixtures than any other team this season. For the rest of the season, he's starting to look all right. Chelsea is starting to look, I don't know, not as terrible, I'd say. I think he could be a good pick.
Yeah, he does get the odd goal.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, Blonde saying 29 on bench, 18 on pitch. Wow. I think I'd rather get a low score than that happen to me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. 52k. Wow, big score.
Decent.
Jamie in the building. How's it going, mate? Evening. GV saying, is that a Spurs t-shirt that your guest is wearing, Rue? Yes, it is.
It is.
Is it from the 2009, 2010 or 10-11?
10-11, yeah. 10-11? Yeah, would be.
First season in the Champions League.
Yeah, the Bale era when he was kind of got that hat trick against Inter and stuff. Yeah. Unfortunately, wearing our Spurs tops.
Yeah. Got to represent. I just remember Van der Vaart shushing the fans at the Emirates in that top.
Yeah, it's a quality, mate. I had this with Van der Vaart on it and then lost it, and then this is a Thailand copy with Bale on the back. And I'm gutted because the original one was like the full one with the Champions League patch, Van der Vaart from the store and everything. And it would have been a quality kit to have now. But fortunately, I lent it to someone and then never saw it back.
Oh my God. Yeah, not good. Jamie's in, so the audacity to be rocking Spurs shirts this week. Yeah, fair enough. Someone's got to support them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's this? Gary saying hamstring Darwin.
Yeah, he's pulled out the Uruguay squad.
Oh wow, okay. Is that a bit of dodgy?
Probably same as Gabriel from Arsenal. Apparently, he's got an injury, but seems a bit dodgy.
Yeah. And then Harry saying Jackson. Yeah, Jackson.
Should I just quickly talk through my team for the next game week? Okay, so my team for the next game week. This is it at the moment without any transfers. I'm probably going to go. I've got quite a bit of money in the bank, so I'm probably going to go Bowen out. He's just been terrible since I brought him in the last few games, and I should have gone on to Son instead of Bowen in the first place, which was just shocking. So Son will come in. So that will be the move, pending any sort of injuries. And then I'll probably play Dubravka over Areola as my goalkeeper. I will play Garnacho over Morris. And I think I'll captain Son. And I'll probably take a hit because I need to start preparing for this potential double game week 34 that might get announced. So I'll take out Matt Cash on my bench. I'll take a hit and I'm going to bring in Ainori from Wolves. AIT. Oh, there he is. And then I will start him ahead of Doughty for this game week. I can hear her again, I think. And then
Okay.
I can hear you. That will be my team, mate. That will be my team for this game week with a -4, because the plan is to try and navigate to double game week or potential double game week 34 without having to obviously use a wild card. So yeah, this is how I'm placed. I kind of like the team, to be honest. Like, I think the only kind of player I'm missing is Salah, but I can bring him in the week after anyway.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Are you worried about Salah in this game week?
Nah, because I find Brighton, like, I know, like, you know, they've conceded a few goals and that at times this season, but I just look at it and think I still think it'll be a tricky game for Liverpool. I think it'll be kind of maybe a 2-1, 2-0 type of game. And although Salah's normally involved, even if he was to score a goal, I don't think it's going to hurt me too much, because I think a lot of people are going to captain Son. I'm probably more worried about Haaland than I am Salah, because Haaland is obviously in so many ghost teams, and you know, he's still got such a high ownership, and I think like there's potential for him to grab a goal still with some bonus against Arsenal. But yeah, I think Salah against Sheffield United is more important than Salah against Brighton. And I just think Salah, since he's come back from injury, still, you know, will he definitely get 90 minutes? Liverpool got so many games, and like I just think yeah, I'm pretty happy with that team. Quite a few players at home as well, so yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I think it looks like a solid team, to be honest. And yeah, I would be probably worried about Salah and having to play maybe Foden and Saka. Both, it's a tough game for both teams.
Yeah.
What about Bradley? Are you worried about him? Or you think
I think Bradley. I think he keeps his place for I think he'll be in and out. He can cover both sides. I think we might see Trent in a slightly different position. I just think Bradley's just been so good for Liverpool when he's played. And Foden and Saka, I'm actually not too worried about them playing in that game against each other, because Foden has been really good for City, and like he's involved in a lot of their attacks. And then Saka, we've seen, has got pretty much, you know, unless something changes, will be on pens. And I think Arsenal have got to go there and score a goal this season, because they didn't score last year at the stadium. I think we'll see like Arsenal kind of still probably being a bit conservative, but trying to play for like a 1-1 or 1-0, 2-1 sort of win on the break. And I think that will benefit. I think Saka will get chances, and I think Foden will get chances. And I just think, like, I've seen it like before where we have these big games, so we look to sell players, but you know, sometimes they end up coming out and scoring. So I'm confident Foden can cover Salah this weekend.
Yeah, fair. And really, it's more of a Son that's probably covering him for you. And Luton at home, you've got to expect Son to do well there, I'd say.
I hope so, mate. I hope so.
Yeah. Should we try and get onto my team? See how that looks. So, bit of a shambles, to be honest. Obviously, I've taken a -8, and now I'm stuck with the same players that have just scored me 21 points, which is not ideal. But I'm probably going to be definitely, starting Palmer. He'll go into the starting 11. For who, I'm not too sure, to be honest. So we'll just leave him there for now. And then Smith will go in for Doughty. And then I'm probably going to do Douglas Luiz to Salah.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Because I'm thinking I'm going to play my wild card in 31 probably. Well, I'm going to play my wild card in 31. And I think that I'm going to want Salah anyway. And although my players have got decent fixtures, I just want Salah for this 1 week. And I think a lot of people that have played their free hit won't be able to even get to Salah. I think by having Son and Salah, I think I've got a bit of an advantage this game week. But other than that, I'll probably yeah, captain Salah. I'd probably put Bowen in actually for Morris, and then go like that. Vice probably Son.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I think having Salah there is handy to have him now. Like for my own team, I was just gutted when I did the De Bruyne to Bowen move instead of De Bruyne to Son, but that was because I didn't think I was going to use the free hit. And like you said, for those that used the free hit, getting to Salah is probably a bit more difficult because they want to make other changes. But you've obviously got a strong midfield this week, like Maddison, Salah, Son, Palmer, all at home, and then Bowen, away. Newcastle, still a good game for him, and your defense looks pretty good because they're all playing at home, so there's potential. So yeah, it's actually looking quite good. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty strong.
It is looking good, and even Tony against Man United, I'm not too stressed about that. Watkins in a West Midlands derby, that's good. Moreno is probably, I'm not too sure if he's going to play. I'm never really too sure if he's going to play. But other than that, yeah, I like the midfield, to be honest, a lot. And I'd say the only player I'm missing is Saka, but obviously he plays Man City away, so I can't be too stressed about that, I think.
No, do you have I guess if you wildcard in 31, then it gives you the plan to get Saka back in for the Luton game the week after.
Yeah, and they've got some nice fixtures, and so have obviously Liverpool have got Sheffield United as well in 31. So hopefully triple Arsenal and triple Liverpool is the base for the wild card, and probably double Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah, I reckon.
Cool. We'll have a look at the fixtures now. So we'll quickly zoom in on these. So these are projected, so they haven't been confirmed. It's from FPL.team, from Planet FPL, as kind of predicted them. So again, it's not been confirmed, but who out of the, if I can get them all in one shot, who has caught your eye in terms of fixtures for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I reckon definitely. Obviously, we spoke about Chelsea because they've got a couple of double game weeks that are potentially coming up in 35 and 37. So Chelsea got a couple of really cheap players that can fill your squad up, like Gusto. Maybe the Petrovic, that goalkeeper Petrovic, if he keeps his place, which it looks like he's going to, because Sanchez was really poor in the FA Cup for Chelsea by the looks of it. And then Jackson, who you mentioned as well, like gives you a potential goal threat. So I think Chelsea, there's some potential in those players with those fixtures. I think Liverpool as well, having these couple of games like Brighton, Sheffield United, Crystal Palace, all green games, and then followed by a double game week in game week 37. And then even Newcastle have got some really good fixtures leading up to, they've got a couple of good fixtures now, but then even in, I think it's 37, when they might have a double, there's like, they've got a half decent double. So there's a few, even us, even Spurs, like having potential double in game week 37 of Burnley and Man City, both at home, and then followed by Sheffield United on the last day of the season, who are probably going to be relegated. So I think there's a lot of potential in this last 8 game weeks to really boost your team.
Yeah, 100%. And to be honest, my probably picks are probably very, very similar. Obviously, I mentioned Chelsea. I think Liverpool, teams that are kind of, I guess, have something to play for is obviously ideal, but I don't know if that's a little bit overplayed about the teams being on the beach. I'm not too sure that is the case anymore because of I guess how much it's worth to finish 9th rather than 10th. It's like millions and millions and millions. So I don't know if that is a thing anymore. But obviously, you'd rather pick players from teams that have got something to play for. Yeah, for me, obviously on the wildcard in 31. So I kind of have to look at this as who has the best fixtures, because there's only 8 game weeks left. I know there's probably 9-10 games for certain teams, but who has the best fixtures? And for me, I think Liverpool are definitely up there, and I think Chelsea are up there. Their games to be rescheduled are Arsenal and Spurs, which obviously are tough games. But apart from that, you've got Villa away and Brighton away. But for me, I'm not too stressed about that one. Even as you go further down the list, Newcastle's fixtures are mostly green, like you said.
Man
Spurs,
City's
yeah, that's true. After Arsenal,
wow. They always score a nice little green run in at the end of the season.
Yeah, they do. Spurs away though, if that does go ahead in 37. And then obviously you know that we've got a horrible run in April. Newcastle away, and it looks like Chelsea away is going to go in that now as well.
God,
and then Arsenal at home, Liverpool away, and then in 37, Man City at home. Obviously,
is that Chelsea away one going to be part of a double game week?
So this has got it predicting as basically we're going to blank because Man City are in the FA Cup.
Yeah, okay.
So they'll put our game week Chelsea in this game week. Is the way I think I've understood it. But we'll have a look at the doubles now. So 34 is Bournemouth have got Villa away and Wolves away, which are not easy games for Bournemouth. A lot of people are going to be owning Bournemouth assets from the double game week in 28 and still own them because they've got a nice little fixture run now, which I think really does help out the free hitters in 29, because you get to keep your Bournemouth players probably now until you wildcard, if that is post 34.
It's justified the keeping Solanke now, because a lot of, like, if I didn't free hit, I was probably going to sell Solanke for Tony. And then even looking at Tony though, that does have Sheffield United the week before Bournemouth double. So but then the fact that Bournemouth double and a lot of people will probably be chasing to get Solanke in, it's probably one of the benefits of free hitting. But again, you could get injured.
Yeah. No, 100%. And then the other double, again, this is only predicted, is Wolves with Arsenal at home and Bournemouth at home. So again, it's not, to be honest, someone on a free hit, it's not ideal, because I'm probably going to have to play my free hit in 34. Really, I'm going to want Arsenal players, and I'm going to want Arsenal players for 34. Chelsea, maybe I can free hit Chelsea players out because they've got Spurs. Liverpool got Fulham, which I'm happy to play them in. City, Brighton away, you could argue is maybe a tough game, but I won't be too stressed about that. Man United, Newcastle, you could argue is both a tough game for both teams. So there's not really. I would have loved there to be like Man City v Arsenal, Liverpool v Man United, and then I can just free hit teams that are either doubling or have good fixtures. But it doesn't look like it's aligned for a decent free hit, to be honest, the way it's being predicted.
Would you free hit in 37?
I think the only problem with that is what would I'd bench boost in 34 then probably. So that means I'd probably have to have Bournemouth players. It's not even that. It's the fact that I won't be bench boosting in 37 is the problem.
Yeah, okay. And you're probably looking at it thinking you got a chance to build a pretty full double game week squad by 37 and getting a bench boost of goalkeeper playing twice, defender playing twice, and that makes sense.
Yeah, there is obviously a chance to free hit in 35 now, which I don't actually hate if these fixtures go ahead. So it's Tottenham, Arsenal, which is going to be tough. Villa have got Chelsea again. That's I'd say pretty even-ish. But Chelsea have got a double game week, so you're probably going to want a few Chelsea players. Man City got a good game. Liverpool got a good game. Newcastle got Sheffield United at home. So again, it's hard to play it. I think the best, to be honest, if I could rerun it, I'd probably save my wild card until game week 34, 35, 36, and then bench boost 37. Because I think that bench boost is obviously clear the best week to use it is in 37 because of the amount of doubles in that game week. Near enough every team doubles. Okay, Forest don't, West Ham don't, Wolves don't, Luton, Fulham. But still, there's a lot of teams that are doubling.
And there's a lot of good fixtures in 35 for teams that are doubling in 37. So like Man City have Forest in game week 35, Man United have Burnley in game week 35. You know, and then the following week, Man City, like Wolves shouldn't actually be a green fixture. That's a tough game, but you know, it's still Man City, and Man United have Palace, and like, you know, I think Arsenal there have Bournemouth in 36, and then a double in 37. So like it kind of suits quite nicely to try and wildcard around sort of 35. What about a free hit in game week 38? Based on you can target the teams like Spurs triple up against Sheffield United, who are probably going to be relegated. You can target, say, Fulham playing Luton. If Luton were already down, and you could have like Muniz, Robinson. Yeah, that's another alternative.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But at the same time, it kind of makes the later wild card even better because for those that are wild carding later, they've got the doubles, and then people that are playing. Again, it's about the players though. Really, it's about Arsenal can't win the league, fingers crossed, and Saka is being rested because they're in the Champions League final or whatever, or City have won the league. City have won the league, and then Haaland's getting rested, and Alvarez is playing up front against West Ham at home more. That will be the only positive I'd say. Because otherwise, Arsenal players, Man City players, Liverpool players, Spurs players all look good from probably game week 30 and 38, and some of them even before that. So it is going to be a tough one to navigate, to be honest. And I don't think there is going to be a right answer until it's happened. I think those that have played their free hit, it's a bit clearer, I think, for what strategy that you should probably go for. Because you'll probably just build until game week 34. Maybe you'll keep your Bournemouth players. You'll bring in a Wolves player, and then that's probably kind of enough. And then you can carry on until you wildcard.
Pretty much.
It's a tough one.
I think 34. Sorry, the Chelsea potential double game week 35 could throw. Actually, now looking at it, sorry, that won't throw too much of a spanner in the works because that's when we could like wildcarders could look to wildcard. So yeah, you're right. Like you could probably. I'm looking at 34 and I'm like, you probably only really need one Bournemouth player, probably being Solanke, and for Wolves again. Now Pedro Neto's out for the season. Not sure if is Hwang injured. Is Hwang still around?
Yeah, I think he's injured still. I think he might be back before Neto, but he's injured.
And Cunha as well is probably still injured. So like you really right now you're only looking at Aït-Nouri, and like that's it really. I'd say. I know a few people talk about Sarabia, but like I think you could get away with like two players from that double game week, and you'd probably survive it.
Yeah. It's a tough one. I guess in 35, either free hitting in 35 means you can not have Arsenal v Spurs, which I think is big.
True.
Even though that's going to be, that's going to be a 2-2. Like it's just, there's going to be goals in that.
Late goals or something.
Yeah. Chelsea Villa probably not the best against fixture to have. You could probably load up on City players, but again, you're going to have City, so it is a tough one. It is a tough one.
We don't know who's still going to be in the Champions League, the Europa League, all these other comps, injuries. So yeah, this is definitely where it gets exciting.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted. Like, I think Chelsea players are good they've got Burnley at home, they've got Man United at home, then they've got Sheffield United and Everton in the next 4, and then they've got 2 extra fixtures. So for me, I think they're good long-term picks. But again, you just don't know what Chelsea are going to do.
True. Does it not look like Arsenal are going to double in 34 now? Then, so it's probably going to be more 37.
Yeah, that's what this is saying.
Yeah, okay, which is nice because you don't have to sign him till late. Although they do have that Luton game in 31. Looking at it now, like, I never really thought of how good somebody like that. I don't think Chelsea players are necessarily the best point scorers, but like looking at these fixtures, it might be. I'm trying to think if it's probably worth me maybe getting in Gusto instead of Ait-Nouri for Wolves. But then when I look at Wolves, you get if I'm going to wildcard in 35, probably doesn't really make sense because then I can wildcard with the intention of having double Chelsea in 35 and having their double game week in 37 anyway. And then Wolves have that game, Burnley, West Ham, Forest against, Villa, Burnley, West Ham, Forest, and Arsenal and Bournemouth against Burnley, Man United, Sheffield United, Everton, Spurs, and then it's tricky. And then out of Wolves, you get that game against Luton. But then it's tough. Either way, I don't think it's tough. I think Gusto is the better pick for this actual game week, but then the following week, I think the Wolves player is a better pick, but then the week after, Gusto is actually a better pick. So I'll have to think nearer the deadline for me. I think I'll make it late. And like I've already heard just now as well that Salah is going to get a price rise tonight. So
oh wow, okay.
He's going up 0.1, so that could scupper people's plans down the track if they're like me and they're planning to take a bunch of hits over the next few weeks. So
we'll just get through these last comments and call it a day. I don't. Oh yeah, we've given it a go. Hopefully, people have got some good info from that anyway. But yeah, I have to call them up again because they're really annoying me. So GV said these injuries are to escape from playing international and stay at Liverpool. Yeah, 100%. Arteta's definitely doing the same. Fergie did the same. I feel like Spurs are the only team that don't do that, and it's always our players that get injured.
Yeah, always.
Funny how Richarlison's fit as soon as the international breaks here.
I know. He'll probably get injured during it.
Yeah. GV saying we can hear you from earlier. And then Palmer as captain against Burnley at home. What do you reckon, Matt?
I think that's a great shout. It's quite tempting because Palmer just seems to come out of these games with double-digit scores every single time. Like Chelsea can lose a game or draw a game, and he's still getting 10 points, 11 points. Like, I think there's a lot of potential in that. You can easily see Chelsea probably not easily, but you can see Chelsea coming out of that one with like a 2-0 win and Palmer getting a goal and assist, and done. Great captain pick.
Yeah, no, I think the same. And I think the price point puts people off a lot, but he's such a good option. And he's on pens, obviously, stuff like that. Everyone going for Salah and going to draw against Brighton and he blanks. Wow. I think that could happen.
It could. We don't know. He could. I think he'll get at least a return. I don't think we'll be seeing the huge returns that we're seeing off him. But again, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. He's going to be my captain. Brighton ship goals. Yeah. GB saying Liverpool can't afford to draw. Yep, that is true. Doesn't mean they won't, though. So GB saying Sarabia is playing better recently. Yeah, we know very well how good Sarabia is. That goal against Spurs. Yeah. Was it this season?
Yeah, it was the first game. The away one was a great goal.
Yeah, very good. I think that's it. So just put up this comment. So subscribe if you haven't already. So I can upgrade my Wi-Fi. It helps me out. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Probably probably going to have to try and sort that out before live streaming again, because yeah, getting very annoying. It happened to me the other day when I was on someone else's stream right at the end, and yeah, it's very annoying. I've called them so many times, and they offer me offering me it free for like 2 months, and then I'm just like, I just want good Wi-Fi. I just just give me good Wi-Fi. I don't want to pay, or I don't want to get free bad Wi-Fi. I'd rather pay for good Wi-Fi. But yeah, but cheers for coming on and hosting for most of it.
That's all right, mate.
Yeah, do you want to let everyone know where they can find you?
Yeah, mate. So you can find me on YouTube as well at FPL Matt Day. So yeah, I've just been commenting in the comments as well, so you can see me in there. And then if you head on to Rue's Twitter page, you'll find me on there probably somewhere commenting or retweeting. So at FPL Matt Day, and then I've got the same tag on TikTok and Instagram as well. So yeah, go check it out. Rue will probably have to be a guest soon. So but not until his Wi-Fi is upgraded.
Yeah, no, I'm no more guests in until I sort it out. But yeah, definitely go check out Matt's channel. Very good content, some fun TikToks as well that I've been enjoying recently. And yeah, good live streams as well, deadline streams quite often. Yeah, some good content. Well, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Smash a like on the stream for me freezing and the bad Wi-Fi, and yeah, subscribe to the channel and subscribe to FPL Matt Day's channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Wait a couple of days, or tomorrow I think it will be, I'll put out a transfer tips video for Game Week 30. Obviously everyone knows that kind of watches the channel. I like to do it early because I don't like things changing my opinion. So I like to get my thoughts out early, so and stick to my kind of transfer plans. But yeah, that was it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, Matt.
Yo, listen up, Rue is stepping up the game, where fantasy Premier League runs in his veins. From transfers to captains, he's always on top, guiding you through every game week non-stop. They say Rue got that Salah flow. Welcome to the channel, enjoy the show. Wild cards, free hits with so much vibe. If you're hunting for success, then make sure you subscribe.